All right, I should be live. I think I'm live. I think it's working. All right. All right, I will give this a couple minutes to see who shows up. Let me see if I can share this out. Can I share this? I swear I say the same thing every time because I never know. Let's see if I can share it. And I'm sharing it on the Twitters. It's on the Twitters. And it looks like I got someone here. So welcome. I'm drinking my coffee. It's Sunday morning. My family's still asleep. I'm still trying to test out this whole YouTube channel thing and live video and all that stuff. I hope you guys can hear me. But I'd love to have a conversation. So if you guys are seeing this, hit me up. Good. What's going on, Zach? How you doing? Give me 1 second. I'm checking something really quick. Yeah, good morning to you, man. Hey, how you doing, Julian? How you doing? I'm behind you. I'm watching myself watch myself on the video. I just want to see what the quality look like. It's actually, it's not that much latency. This is not bad. Not bad at all. This is good. I like this. Not bad. It's not like Twitch. But like I said, again, just testing out live video on the channel. I hope you guys that are watching this now, you're enjoying the content that I'm trying to put up, because like I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. I actually have been messing around this morning with a new title, animated title, and I'm gonna try and mess around with a new lower third because I'm trying to figure all that out. But I'm having a lot of fun doing this video stuff. I think it's great. The crazy thing is I have 3 Destiny videos on the channel right now. I have that original one with Mark Noseworthy. I have just the raw Destiny 2 PC gameplay capture I did in E3. And then I have that interview I did with David Shaw and David Allen from Bungie, talking about the PC version and just talking a little bit about the game. And all those videos combined are over 20,000 views, which is insanity to me. I can't believe that, you know. Why would people, I can't believe that people care what I have to say or the content I put up. It amazes me. But, you know, I also have, I have Forza 7, I have Assassin's Creed Origins, I have Mario plus Rabbids, and I have Absolver. Am I missing something? I think that's it. But hey, give a F, what's going on, man? But I have those videos up as well, and they're doing good. And I have some drone videos up. I was gonna fly my drone over one of the local lakes over here today, but dude, it is hot as hell right now, so I'm not gonna do that. It's just too hot out here. I don't feel like doing that. But I would love to get feedback from you guys that are watching this. So you got any questions or anything, just fire away. Like I said, it's just Sunday morning. You know, my kids are still asleep, and I don't have much to do this morning. Probably gonna do some real work for my day job later this afternoon. But other than that, just chilling today. I think I'm gonna skip the gym today. I've gone 5 straight days, so I think I need a break. So I'm gonna take a day off today and hit the grind for that tomorrow. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm sure you guys are checking this out because you're into video games and things like that. So, like I said, ask away. What's going on? I mean, obviously we're coming off of E3, so there's all the buzz still from E3. But looking ahead, we know we got everything with Xbox One X. Pre-orders for that are going to go live at some point. You know, Albert Pinello has hinted at some fun surprises with all that. And Julian saying, you ran into me at E3. Man, I met so many people at E3, which was cool. Excuse me. Which was cool because with the public being there, even though I personally think it was a hot mess, they got to change it. I don't think they can go with the formula that they did this year, but it was cool having the public there. We ran into so many people just randomly on the show floor that recognized us, and you know, we're talking to them, everything. So Julian, I think I remember who you are. I think I do. I think we met over by, let me try and remember this right. This wasn't over by Xbox. It was over by Activision. or was it on the back end? I forget. I'm butchering it already. No, it was not. It was over by Sony, right? I believe I meant you over by Sony. That's what I'm going to go with. If I'm wrong, flame me. But I think it was over by Sony. And let's see, I got another question. Paris, any chance you can do a PC Destiny 2 video, basically talking specs? Someone needs to run it. Yeah, we don't know yet. That's the only thing. Excuse me. That's the only thing with Destiny 2 PC. They would not give us what the specs are going to be able to run it at 4K 60. The PC I played on, that CPU, pretty sure it was a 7700, i7 7700. I know it was a 1080 Ti GPU. I don't know how much RAM was in it. I don't know what motherboard they were using. I'm assuming they probably had an SSD drive in there. But we don't know what the true specs are going to be. I'm sure they're going to flesh that out later. Fingers crossed. Hopefully when all that stuff gets announced, I can reach out to David Shaw at Bungie again and grab him for an interview, because I would love to be able to talk about whatever the final specs are going to be for PC. Obviously talk about, you know, what their plans are going to be. I'm assuming this all happened around the beta time, so this will be in August. Talk about their plans for the beta, and then obviously rolling into retail, how they plan once it does come out in October to sync it back up with the console version. So, because you got to think at that point, the raid is already going to be out. People are going to know about the raid, so that opportunity is going to be gone. But to be able to sync it up with Trials, sync it up with Iron Banner, obviously any new live events that come out, things like that, so that every platform is getting all their updates and new playlists all at once versus the PC being separated into its own thing. So we'll see. Other questions here. Zach's asked me, do I think Destiny 2 is going to be stable at launch? Again, fingers crossed. I hope so. I really hope it's stable at launch. I mean, that's the goal. That's why they're delaying it to October 24th, so that it is stable at launch. Like I said in that interview I did with those guys, honestly, my biggest fear is the fact that it's not true dedicated servers, that we're still going to see stuff happen on the client side, is hacks, mods. That's going to be the biggest thing that I'm worried about. This is most likely why they teamed up with Blizzard, and they're putting it on battle.net so they can hopefully squash all that stuff before it happens. And let's see. Which, again, talking about Destiny 2, let me turn this fan on. It is hot in here. All right. But again, speaking on Destiny 2, Deej and I already talked, so that after the beta comes out, I'm gonna get Deej to come on a podcast and we'll talk about Destiny 2. So whatever we find out in the beta, hopefully I'll be able to squeeze some information out of him. But you know, Deej, he is truly a wordsmith, so whatever he does say will be calculated. Wow, I'm getting a bunch of questions in here, so let me go back here. And okay, you're saying, hey Paris, do you think 4K 60 would be possible with a 6700 and a 1080 Ti? I sure as hell hope so, because I got a 4790K and a 1080. I would really like to be able to do 4K 60. I'm going to guess it's not going to hit 60. I'm going to guess it's going to be, you're going to have to lock it in at 4K 30. You'll probably get it high 40s, low 50s with a 1080, but not be able to get a stable 60. That's going to be my guess, but we'll see. We really don't know until we get the final specs. And let's see, you're saying, I'm horrible at PCs, but I'm thinking about doing it for Destiny, so any videos would really appreciate it. Yeah, man, I mean, if you look at the video I did, it was trash. That whole thing was trash. The mouse, whoever played before me turned the mouse sensitivity way up, and I lowered it, but it still wasn't low enough. I think I lowered it down to 15. I probably should have made it about 10. You can see towards the end, I kind of started to figure it out, and I was okay on the sensitivity side, but it was way too floaty for me. I didn't like it. But the thing with keyboard and mouse is practice. That's the only way you're going to get better with it. You literally have to just tell yourself, I'm not going to plug in a controller. I'm going to do keyboard and mouse. I'm going to learn how to do this. Your best bet is pick up another first-person shooter now on PC and just start practicing, because other than a few keyboard changes, like, you know, I think F is like your super, things like that, learning some of just the slightly different keys, but your movement, your mouse movement, you know, using left click, right click, all that's going to be pretty much universal, excuse me, across all first-person shooter games. So get the basics down now, so then that way when Destiny 2 does come out in October, you can pretty much just jump right in and you'll feel comfortable with it, and it won't be so foreign. But worst comes to worst, you obviously can plug in a controller. I do not recommend doing that on the PC side, because if you want to be competitive at all on PvP, you gotta go keyboard and mouse. You have to. You can get away with a controller doing PvE stuff if you want to do strikes, raids, things like that. But if you want to be competitive in Destiny 2 on PC, it has to be keyboard mouse. The precision is just too precise using a mouse versus using a controller, and people are going to be headshotting you left and right. A lot of questions, and thank you for all these questions. And Zach is asking me, any plans on regular YouTube content for Destiny 2 or just live stream? Oh no. See, that's the thing. Obviously Destiny has become my thing. I've just realized that now, and I'm not going to fight it. Destiny has just become my thing at this point. So when the beta comes out, matter of fact, I've already told my son, day one, when that beta comes out, I'm going to do gameplay capture on our initial playthrough, my son and I, and whoever else joins me. But that first time we fire up the beta, my son and I are going to play it. I'm going to do game capture on it. Yeah, I'll probably stream it on Twitch or something like that as well. But 100% I'm going to do gameplay capture on it. And yeah, I'll be chopping that up and just like doing a voiceover commentary, my thoughts, my initial thoughts of playing the Destiny 2 beta. They've still not 100% said what that beta is going to be, but it sounds like a lot of the stuff that I've already played is going to be in that beta. So that map for PvP is going to be in there. I'm assuming they'll probably throw in a second map, maybe in a third. It sounds like that same strike that I played at the reveal will be in the beta. I'm assuming they're going to limit the patrol aspect of it, because they don't want to give away too much, because it sounds like the lessons learned they took from Destiny 1 beta was they basically gave us all the Cosmodrome, which was like a huge spoiler for everything that we played, because it was like, well, hell, I already played all this stuff in the beta, so by the time you got to content that you didn't play, you were on the moon or on Venus at that point. So I doubt we're going to get a lot of patrol stuff. I think they'll really focus on strike, they'll focus on PvP with a couple maps, maybe a couple different modes in that, and maybe one story mission, maybe, and that's probably about it. That would be my guess, so we'll see. Yeah, Deej talks like an NFL QB master saying nothing. Oh yeah, 100% on that. And I'm looking off camera because I can actually read all you guys' questions on my monitor behind the camera. So if I'm looking off to the right, that's why. Let's see, you say you haven't used a keyboard and mouse since Counter-Strike, so yeah, dude, just get one. Like I rock Logitech. Again, thank you to Logitech G. They've been great to Gamertag Radio, providing us review units and stuff. So just full disclosure, I reviewed the Logitech G910 keyboard, 18 months, 2 years ago at this point. And that's been my keyboard ever since. I love it. It's fantastic. And I'm sure if you shop around at this point, you can find it for a reasonable price. I also have a Logitech Pro mouse, which I got late last year. I effing love it. It's so precise. It's so smooth. Matter of fact, can I bring it into the camera? That's it right now. That's my Pro mouse. And I don't know, this is stretch, and that's the G910 keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard. I mean, it's literally made for gaming. Logitech has other ones, and obviously Logitech's not the only option that you can get if you're looking for a keyboard and mouse. I mean, Corsair makes some great ones, Razer makes some great ones, SteelSeries makes some great ones as well. So, you know, your mileage may vary. You just have to shop around and see what works best for you. But my advice is, if you're gonna be serious about first-person shooting gaming on the PC, get a mechanical keyboard, because it's just going to make your button presses just more firm, more precise. And obviously look at a mouse that you're comfortable with as far as size goes, because like I got giant hands, right? But even though this Pro mouse is on the smaller side, just the way that Logitech designed it, I mean, it just fits like a glove into my hand, and I don't have any issues with it. But again, your mileage may vary on that, so you kind of just shop around, you know, read reviews, watch reviews on YouTube, see what may work best for you. But I mean, again, full disclosure, the Logitech stuff works great for me, so that's what I stick with, and that's what my daily driver is. Let's see, for me, it's been since Half-Life. Yeah, again, I know now with PC gaming, being able to use a controller, unless you're really getting into competitive PvP, I can't say it, gosh, getting into PvP, it's pretty easy to just plug in a controller and just keep going. But like I said, if you want to get good, if you want to master your craft on the PC side when it comes to competitive play, it has to be mouse keyboard. Just has to. I mean, controller works great for single player stuff. Like for example, Witcher 3. I play Witcher 3 with a controller because I don't want to have to set up a bunch of shortcuts on my keyboard to play The Witcher 3. It's easier for me to just plug in my Xbox One controller and go from there, and I just play it that way. Like Prey, for example, when I was playing Prey, did it with a controller because it was single player. You know what I mean? But if I'm gonna do something, obviously if I'm doing PUBG, player unknown battleground, I can't even say the damn thing right. Keyboard, mouse, got to do it. You know, like I said, Counter-Strike, keyboard, mouse, you got to do it. Overwatch, keyboard, mouse, you got to do it. Now I will say, ironically enough, Half-Life, because I started off playing Half-Life keyboard, mouse. Even though Half-Life now has controller support, I still play a keyboard, mouse because it's just how I'm used to playing it. You know what I mean? So again, your miles may vary. It's just what you prefer to do. You know what I mean? Bungie has made it with Destiny 2 that if you want to roll with a controller on PC, you can absolutely roll with a controller on PC. No one's stopping you from doing it. And going through these questions, man, there's a lot of questions here. Again, thank you guys for this. And Karamo, you know I want to call you Camaro so bad, and I'm still probably butchering your name, but you're saying it's really cool what you're doing here on YouTube. Nice thing to wake up to on a Sunday East Coast. No, yeah, I mean, it's 7:43 a.m. on the Pacific. I'm out here in Southern California for me, and I always wake up super early. You know, I'm usually up at like 5 a.m. So I figure, what the hell, I'll continue to do some of this live video stuff on YouTube and just interact with you guys. And again, trying to grow the audience. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I do. I think I'm around 650 or something like that right now. So gonna keep trying to make content, gonna keep plugging the channel, obviously, so you guys watching this, just spread the word. I really appreciate it. And trust me, I thank you for checking this out, because like, this is all brand new to me, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm trying to learn on the fly. Okay, and you're asking me, will I be utilizing Twitch or YouTube if I start streaming? That is a great question. Right now I'm leaning towards Twitch, since I already have a Twitch channel set up, but I may explore YouTube. I don't know yet. So TBD on that. I would say probably for the Destiny 2 beta, I'm probably gonna go Twitch initially, but I might do both. I don't know. But if you're not subscribed to my Twitch channel, definitely, you know, go to my channel. I have a link to my Twitch channel on there. Subscribe to that, because I'll definitely at some point be on Twitch. Whether I'm on YouTube is TBD. Julian's talking about, that Logitech G403. That's a good mouse as well. I had the 303, which I was using. Matter of fact, I think I still got it. Here. Doing it live. Where is it? Or maybe I put it away. No, it's right here. Literally right here. This is the 303. Still have it. It's a great mouse as well. All right, what else? Again, I'm just going through questions. Just bear with me a second. And then Julian, and thank you for enjoying the content. Like I said, I always when I upload something, I always I cringe, because I'm like, oh my God, is anyone even gonna like this? Is people gonna trash this? I have no idea. So you've enjoyed the content, I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just trying to get better. And Julian's saying he's trying to break into Mixer. I've got a couple buddies that work over at Mixer now, and I've not tried it yet. I need to try that as well. So that, again, that's another option. I just need to look into it more and figure out exactly what I want to do as far as a streaming platform. Obviously, Twitch is the most popular. YouTube is probably number 2 at this point. I know Mixer's breaking in the scene, and if you're at E3, they had a booth set up, and it was pretty impressive. I love the no latency that they have. I love that there's a 4K option. I love that you can bring multiple people in, multiple streams into one channel, and do things like that. So Mixer's definitely an option. So I mean, We'll see. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Reggie saying Logitech had some real nice headsets at EA Play. That what is it? Which one is it? Is it the 433 is the 433 is the headset that we were using for Battlefront 2. Logitech hit me up a couple days ago. They're actually going to send me a review unit of that. So definitely look for an unboxing video on this channel. Probably I would say within the next week or so. I should be receiving it, and I'll be doing an unboxing on here, and I'll give my impressions of the 433. I can give you a spoiler already since I used it for Battlefront. I mean, it was great. On the PC side, the fact that you can plug it in, you can get the DTS 7.1 sound out of it, it was fine. But I've not used it as, because they're also positioning that 433 as something that isn't just for gaming. They're positioning more as a fashionable thing. As a matter of fact, we got an interview on Gamertag Radio during E3 with Logitech, but where you can take the mic off and I can just plug it in my iPhone, listen to music, things like that. So I'm going to test it that way as well, not just as a gaming thing, because again, full disclosure, my gaming headset on the PC is the Logitech 533, and I also have the Logitech 933. Again, I've been reviewing these products for Logitech, so they don't ask for them back, so I keep them. But as my daily driver, I use the 533, and it's wireless, and it does DTS 7.1, and it's great. I love it. I think it's fine. So this 433 is basically a wired version of what I've been using, and they made it more fashionable with colors and things like that. So I'll be talking about it on this channel pretty soon and on Gamertag Radio. Let me keep going through these questions here. And let's see, what do we got? And saying that you're not sold on the Nintendo Switch. Would appreciate if you stream some of the new Nintendo titles you guys discussed on the podcast recently. Well, here is my Nintendo Switch, and the only reason I even have it right now is because my children are asleep, because these kids, they love it. They play Mario Kart and Zelda on this thing all the time. Yeah, now that I have a capture card, I have the Elgato, what was it, HD60, whichever one. It's the one that you plug in the PC. I'm so bad right now trying to remember names. Which one is it? It's this one, the HD60 Pro. I actually have an unboxing video up on the channel, but I have the HD60 Pro, which is actually in my PC. I have it hooked up right now to capture content from the PS4 Pro, but I can easily set up the Switch as well. So yeah, I'll probably definitely do that at some point. Put some content. Obviously, Mario Odyssey comes out, Mario plus Rabbids, things like that. I'll be showcasing it, but I'll say I was a non-believer of the Switch as well. And when I finally got my hands on it, it started to make sense, and now I get it. I totally 100% get this thing. I get why this thing is so great. You know, like I'm literally right now, I'll do it on the channel. It may not show up that great. Let's see. Probably can see. Yeah, this is my kids on Zelda. See, does this work? But yeah, it's like Zelda's loading up on this thing right now. It's probably terrible on the screen. I apologize. But yeah, this thing is great. The fact that you have the full Zelda game just right now, you know, let's see. It's probably fuzzy to you guys, but this is literally Zelda in my hands right now, and then I could go out there, drop it in, play it on my television. Is just amazing to me. So I love this thing. It's great. Nintendo, you know, has a hit. They really do. And like I said, when I played Mario plus Rabbids at E3, I instantly fell in love with that game. Now, I did not play Mario Odyssey. Danny and Pete played Mario Odyssey, and they fell in love with it too. And Mario Odyssey was the buzz of the show floor. Everyone that got their hands on it loved it. So I think Nintendo's going to be fine. And when you see a third party like Ubisoft jumping on board, coming with a unique game, partnering with them, you can expect other third parties to jump on board. So I think maybe not so much here in 2017, but as we get into 2018, I think their library is going to be fantastic. And like I said, the fact that I can take this anywhere I go and play a full AAA game on Nintendo Switch, and the screen is beautiful, by the way, so why not? It's worth the investment. And let's see. Uh, Reggie, I'm real talk. I cannot recommend Astro. And again, full disclosure, Astro last year sent the three of us basically a care package. They sent all of us Astro headsets. They sent me the A40TRs. They sent me the A50s. And the A40s in the middle of a raid, which I was using on my PlayStation 4, on the A40s died on me. And I went 3-4 months back and forth with Astro. Well, not even back and forth. Basically, they were ignoring me and not trying to address the issue. And I'm like, look, you guys gave them to me. I get it. It was a freebie. Just let me know what I need to do next. I would like to get these fixed. Do I need to go out and buy another pair? Can you repair them? Whatever. And Astro's customer support just flat out sucked. They were non-responsive. They were not trying to help me. And I basically had to raise a stink to actually get them to fix it. And once they fixed it, it's been fine since. But honestly, if I didn't have that stupid blue check mark in my Twitter thing, I doubt I would have gotten any help from Astro. And my beef with them is, if you're just an average person, a consumer that spent $300 freaking for this thing, and it breaks on you within a few month period, and they don't want to fix it or address you, that's a problem to me. I don't care how good the headsets are. If their customer service sucks, I will not support a company like that. Just bottom line. And I typically try not to get into this stuff in public, but that's just how strongly I feel about Astro. Which, on the flip side, Vizio, which I had issues with my Vizio TV, and their customer service bent over backwards to help me, and they replaced it 3 times. And when I finally gave up and said, you know what, I can't deal with replacing this TV every few months, I just want my money back, they gave me the full dollar amount back. Amazing. You know, that their customer service went that well. Will I buy another Vizio TV? Probably not anytime soon. But the fact that they addressed their issues and didn't fight me on it and actually gave me all my money back to allow me to do whatever I want and go spend my money with another competitor, you know, I can't fault that. So Vizio customer service, A+, Astro, not so much. All right, I'm talking too much about that. Let's keep going. A lot of questions here, man. So again, thank you. Let's see. I'm close to buying it, man. Yeah, talking about the Switch. Like I said, I would say once you get to August with the, what is it, Splatoon and the Mario Rabbids, and then we know October Odyssey's coming out, Kart's already out, Zelda's already out. There's enough content to justify buying a Switch, I think. Even at $300, I think it justifies the price. And if you wait until Mario Odyssey, 100% guaranteed they're gonna have some kind of crazy bundle with that. So you could probably even save another 10 or 15 bucks, you know, picking it up via a bundle that way. So get a Switch. I highly recommend a Switch. It's great. All right, let me keep going through these questions. Spelled it wrong, but yeah, okay. Yeah, rest of the stuff I've already really addressed already. So, but yeah, you guys, I got other questions, you know, just hit me up on it. But again, kind of recapping what I was saying at the beginning when I started the video. Yeah, I plan on keep doing this YouTube channel and adding content to it. Like, I've made up my mind that, look, and Danny and Pete and I have already talked about this. The podcast is always first. Gamertag Radio is first. We do the podcast, we do interviews there, we do it twice a week. That's not going to change. But I've made up my mind that there will not be another event I go to where I'm A, not capturing gameplay so I can put it on this channel, or B, if I'm doing an interview, there's going to be a camera. I'm doing it just like I did that Destiny 2 video, and you know, thanks to Danny for being my cameraman on that. But I want to grow this video stuff, and that's the way that you do it. I'm definitely planning on investing in myself as far as equipment goes. I want to get a proper 4K camera and not use my phone. I'm going to get a laptop that is powerful enough to actually edit 4K video, so when I'm at an event, I can do it right then and there and not have to wait until I come home to do it. You know, I'm going to look at getting a boom mic, just the whole thing, the whole package when it comes to that is I'm going to, like I said, invest in myself. And by next E3, there will not be an interview I do that is not in front of a camera. 100%. Anything I do at E3 is going to be in front of the camera unless circumstances just do not allow for it. But that's my plan. You know, that's what I want to do. I can't speak for Danny or Pete what they want to do, but that's what I want to do, and that's what I plan on doing. So again, I got the drone back there. I'll be doing drone videos too. Like I said, with Destiny 2, I definitely plan. I'm very handsy. It's like I see myself after the fact. I'm all over the place with my hands. But with Destiny 2, I definitely plan on doing gameplay capture stuff on that, doing commentary on that, basically doing kind of PvP ride-alongs with my son, because I'll be jumping in his backpack so he can carry me through PvP. Obviously, whenever I do a raid, I'm going to capture that whole thing, especially the first time I do it, because I'm not going to know what the hell I'm doing. You'll probably hear me all frustrated and cussing and doing everything else. But these are the things I plan on doing with Destiny 2 for sure. And then obviously other games that are coming out. Mario Odyssey will be big for me. Wolfenstein 2 will be big for me. So look for previews, reviews, things like that. You know, when I get, companies send us hardware or things like that, I'll do unboxings for all that as well. So that's my plan for this channel. And, look, I'm not expecting to compete with the big boys up there doing YouTube, but I'm having fun with it. I feel like I bring my own unique style with the way that I do interviews, and just the way that I carry myself on the podcast. I want to bring that over to YouTube as well. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that gets on and does these I got a rant video today and I'm gonna put that out about that. I mean, if I got something to say, I'll say it, but I mean, don't expect every little piece of breaking news that I'm gonna jump on here and do a reaction video to it, because this is just not what I want to do. If anything, that's what the podcast is for, where we react to that stuff twice a week. You know what I mean? This channel is more for me to express myself creatively. That's the thing with the video, is as I'm learning, doing Adobe Premiere, doing Adobe After Effects. I want to start getting into Photoshop, things like that, learning that craft of how to edit video, and then uploading it into the wild of the internet and just bracing for impact as I wait for comments to come back. That's what I want to try and do, and see how that goes. You know what I mean? So it's fun, because like I've been podcasting for over 10 years at this point. I know how to get in front of a microphone and talk to people. That is not even the issue at this point. I can do that in my sleep. It's this video thing, being comfortable in front of the camera, and being brave enough to get in front of the camera, to talk to people, especially doing it live like this, where I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm gonna stutter over my words and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. It's definitely fun. And I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting, because that drives me further. I mean, and when I say feedback, I'm not talking about everyone go, hey, Parrish, you're great. I'm talking about the people like, dude, this freaking sucks. You need to change this, you need to change that. That's what pushes me more than anything, because when you tell me what I'm doing wrong, I'm going to try and prove your ass wrong. Be like, oh yeah, I'll show you. That's just how I work. So let me see. I got more questions here. Wow. And again, I appreciate it, man. Really appreciate all these questions. Wow, a lot of them. Okay. What are you going to be playing Destiny 2 on? I'll be playing Destiny 2 on the PS4 Pro, because I'll play with my son, because he's on the PS4. And my clan, Guardian 1, most folks are on PS4, so that'll be the main one. But October 24th, I'll be on PC. I'll definitely be on I can't talk, I'm sorry. I'll be playing on PC, secondarily. Obviously to check it out, to talk about it, give my feedback on that, and we'll just see where it goes from there. I'm sure I'll meet some people that I already played with, will probably transition over as well, and I'm sure I'll meet new people on there too. So I expect the PS4 version, the console version, and the PC version to be different community-wise. So it'll be interesting to see how that grows and how it branches out from when both initially launched later this year. All right, keep going through these questions. Okay, Julian is losing my voice. They don't want me to talk about the secrets. And Julian's asking me, how does gameplay capture work at these events? I haven't done it yet. All right, let me find this. So to give you a classic example. So this is what I got from NVIDIA to capture on the to capture Destiny 2. This is a 64 gigabyte USB. Let me see if I can flip that. I can't even do it. So this is what happens when you do it live. So this is a USB stick, 64 gigabytes. That's what I captured in 4K for Destiny 2. So what happens is, and this is what happened when I captured stuff at EA Play, when I captured stuff at Ubisoft as well, and at Microsoft. They provide the capture equipment. When I was at EA Play, I had to bring my own hard drive. They actually, I think they gave Danny and Pete a hard drive because they didn't have one. But I had my own hard drive, so I was able to just plug that in, capture via NVIDIA Experience, and I was on my way. When I was at Xbox and Ubisoft, they had these badass 4K capture devices with like it was like you could see it on the screen, you didn't need a PC or nothing, and you put it in an SSD drive and it captured that way. We looked it up, that thing was like $800, $850, something like that retail. I actually want to get one because I would love to capture all my stuff in 4K. So that'll be something way down the road. So that's how I did it there. And then, like I said, NVIDIA, we did it through the NVIDIA Experience because it was on PC, and then I just took that USB stick they gave me, plugged it in, boom, captured, and I was on my way. And then I was able to obviously come back home, you know, pull all that stuff onto my PC and then edit it up and put it on YouTube. So typically that's how it works at these events. I also have been to some events, Ubisoft events in the past before we were doing video, and it's like, God, I kick myself now. Like Watch Dogs 2, for an example, I went to a capture event for that, and I was able to capture all that footage, which, ironically enough, I think I still have that stuff around here somewhere. I need to find it. But that's how these capture events work. They typically want to make sure that you have everything you need there so you don't have to worry about bringing all the stuff with you. But word of advice I would say is bring your capture card and all that stuff anyways, just in case, because you never freaking know. So that's how that works. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of questions, and I appreciate this. This is freaking awesome. And I know I got my ghetto set up. I should be all professional where I have the thing right here, but I don't, and it's right here. So, all right. What do we got? Okay, Reggie saying, after we had our chat outside the Galen Center, do you still feel the same about Microsoft and the Xbox One X? Oh, you go here. You know what? I don't remember 100% what I said after that event. Obviously, I can roll the tape back. But here's what I think today. I think Microsoft missed an opportunity at $499 because the actual technical specs of the Xbox One X cannot be questioned at all. It is truly the most powerful console ever made. That isn't the issue at all. The problem is, and I've been tweeting about this recently, Sony actually had the smarter approach with the PS4 Pro because it can do 4K. Look, it may be doing it via smoke and mirrors with checkerboard and all that, but what's on your screen is 4K, and it's at 30 frames per second. And what we're going to see from a lot of games on Xbox One X, especially from third party, is 4K, native, or checkerboard at 30 frames per second. So at the end of the day, does it really matter? Like I said, I've played Horizon Zero Dawn in 4K. Looks freaking amazing in HDR, checkerboard or not. I really don't care. All I know is what I see on my screen looks amazing. Played Forza 7 at the event. Played Sea of Thieves at the event on Xbox One X dev kits. They look freaking amazing. But the problem is they don't look that much more amazing than what I played on the PS4 Pro. So then it comes down to price. PS4 Pro is going to be $350 this holiday. I just can't see how it wouldn't be, right? So now we're talking $150 difference. PlayStation is already the leader in the clubhouse. So the analogy I'm trying to make here is I don't feel that Microsoft did anything to change the conversation from before E3 now that we're post E3. If you weren't getting an Xbox before E3, you're probably not getting an Xbox after E3. And that's just the bottom line. Not to mention people that don't have a 4K television. You didn't show why the Xbox One X is valuable to people that don't have a 4K TV. I use Danny as his example all the time. He's gonna get one, because he obviously loves Xbox. But if you're not an Xbox super fan, why are you gonna spend $500 on an Xbox One X and you don't have a 4K television unless you plan on getting one, right? So I think this thing came in at $399. It would have been an easier pill to swallow and justify more of why, whether you have a 4K TV or not, go get one, because look how powerful it is. Look at all the potential that it could potentially have in the future. Whereas I think right now, at $350, PS4 Pro is a better value. It just is. It just is. You look at all the games that are coming on PlayStation. You look at the price factor, which matters to the average consumer. If I'm my wife and I go to Best Buy and I see a PS4 Pro for $350 and I see an Xbox One X for $500, which one do you think she's going to buy? She's going to buy the PS4 Pro. because she doesn't give a shit about 4K. She doesn't know, unless you're the super hardcore guy, you're not buying an Xbox One X anytime soon. And that's just fact. So I really think Xbox missed a golden opportunity by not having that price at $399 with the capabilities through bundles and things like that to give people more of an incentive to go pick it up this holiday. With that said, you won't find an Xbox One X on store shelves this holiday because all hardcore people are going to go buy it day one. They just are. I'm not going to be one of them. I said it before, I'll say it again. $399, no brainer. I would have picked one up. $450, would have thought about it. $500, not going to do it because I have that PC right there, and Microsoft has made it so easy for me to play all of their games in 4K via Xbox Play Anywhere. So I'm going to stick with that for now. I'll wait until there's a price drop because for me, an Xbox One X would have been a luxury that I don't need. I already got a PS4 Pro. I'm playing Destiny on that. I got my PC to play everything else. I'm good. And then, like I said, the Uncharted's, the Horizon Zero Dawns, things like that, God of War, I'll play on PS4 Pro. But then the Halos, the Gears, the Forzas, and all that for Microsoft, I'll play them on my PC. But that was a choice Xbox made. If Xbox didn't have Xbox Play Anywhere, I would probably be getting an Xbox One X. Now, there's just too many damn X's right now. So, hope that answers the question. I've been seeing a ton of questions come in, so let me jump back to these. I can't believe I'm still on here talking, but this is awesome. I love this live video stuff. All right. And thank you for the kind words about the quality work. I have no idea what I'm doing. And at some point, I'm going to have to stop saying that because you guys are going to be like, well, obviously you know what the hell you're doing because you're still doing it. So, but for now, I can still say that. All right. And then Mark is saying, great, you're a new inspiration for me. I want to get ODG back up. Oh, yeah, up and running, back in the video and live stuff, just lack of motivation. Anyway, you know, and this is a great one. And Mark, you and I correspond all the time on Facebook, you know, with like the drone videos. And you gave me some great tips about video editing with color correction, everything in 4K. But that's the thing, and that was the thing for me. I lacked the motivation and I lacked the nerve. I really did. I was so hesitant to jump into this video thing because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was worried so much about people going, well, dude, this sucks. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? But at some point, you just have to tell yourself, F it. F it. Who cares? You're doing it for yourself, right? You're not doing it, you know, for the audience. The audience will appreciate the work and the content that you're doing, and they will come eventually, right? But early days, you just have to jump in and you have to start doing it. So let me tell this story really quick and then I'll move on and give you guys an idea. So the only reason I started doing this was because Activision invited us to that Destiny 2 event. And you know, Danny, Pete, and I, we decided I should go to it because, you know, I'm the Destiny super fan in the group, right? So I go to this Destiny 2 event. I knew there was going to be gameplay capture. So it's like, I got that PvP game capture. I did that interview with Mark Noseworthy, and I'm sitting here on this content, and I'm like, man, I got to do something with it. I have to do something with it. I got to figure out something. So again, true story, and I know this won't happen for everyone, but it happened for me, and this was the thing that pushed me into doing it. I tweeted out, what is the best video editing software? Because at this point, I made up my mind that I was going to try it, and I go, I hear that Adobe Premiere is really good. This is all I tweeted. A day later, Adobe reaches out to me and DMs me and says, we would love to get your video content career started. Here's a free year of our Creative Cloud. They gave me a year for free. At that point, I go, I have to do this now. I have to. Literally, this is a sign from the heavens that I need to start doing this. So obviously I took, and I'm pretty sure I've already disclosed this already, but I took that free year from Adobe. So thank you again to Adobe. And that was the push I needed. So I took that Mark Noseworthy interview, I took that PvP gameplay capture, and I just threw up a video and said, this is a test. And I believe as of this recording right now, I'm getting close to 11,000 views on that video initially. And that was just a test with me not knowing what the hell I was doing. You know what I mean? So that was my motivation. That's what got me into this. And obviously I already do the drone, and then E3 was coming up. I was getting more gameplay opportunities. ways. And now that I put that content out and I'm kind of learning the tricks of the trade, there's no going back for me. I have to keep doing it at this point, and I'm excited about it because, again, it's a new venture for me. So I'll shut up with that. Hope that answers that question. I have so many other questions here, so let me keep going through this. And then Reggie saying, seeing us at E3 has motivated him to start his own podcast, studying short form podcasts right now. Again, like I said, 10 years ago, Danny was my inspiration. Danny is what pushed me to want to get into podcasting. Him and Chris Palladino, those were my two inspirations back in 2005, 2006. And I saw those guys. I reached out to them. They were great helps to me, and that's what pushed me into podcasting, which then I did my own podcast for years, Uncle Gamer Radio. And Danny and Chris became great friends of mine, and then obviously Pete as well. But they were just great friends, and we always helped each other. And then when Jay Van Beveren got into the gaming industry, I was like, this ain't fun anymore. I retired. And then again, Danny was still my friend, Pete was still my friend. And then in 2013, I did a guest appearance on Gamertag Radio talking about BioShock Infinite. The feedback they got from the community was great, that they wanted to hear more from me, and then the rest has been history. I've been a part of those guys ever since, and Danny and Pete are like the brothers I never had. I love those guys to death. Just all the banter that you see with us on social media and then on the podcast, and all that is just 100% genuine, man. I love those guys to death, and I would not be here without them. So if that motivation I got 10 years ago got me to where I am right now, then hopefully, Reggie, you meeting us at E3 will be the same motivation for you. And again, if you need help, tips, anything, reach out to us on the back end. Join our Discord channel. We'd be more than happy to give you tips and help, because that's just how this thing works, man. It's community. You pay it forward. Guys help me, then I try and take that same information and help other people that want to do it too, because to me, it's not a competition, man. It's just about creating content and having fun. That's all it really is. So yeah, let me keep going. It's just so many here. I can't, man, it's almost 50 minutes. I'm still on here. This is crazy. And you say you can't wait for my Destiny 2 review. Yeah, I can't wait for it either, because I can't wait to play it. So, let's see. Okay, sorry. I'm just going through all this. Alpha, drinking my morning OJ and watching the positive YouTube stream. Yeah, people say I'm salty. I'm actually a nice guy. At least I think I am. I try to be, but that's the whole point. That's one thing that I won't be on this channel. I'm not gonna be that negative ranting dude about silly stuff, because that's another thing. Let me pause on this really quick. When I see those videos, I roll my eyes 9 out of 10 times, because those people have absolutely no clue how this gaming industry works. They have no clue the thankless job that PR people have to do. They have no clue the long and stressful hours that developers have. They have no clue about marketing teams and how they have to work with influencers in the media and all that. They have no clue how that stuff works, and they rant and rave about this nonsense, and to me, they just look foolish. That's probably the most negative thing I'll say on this stream, so all right, done. Yeah, Deadpool saying Destiny has a nice community, which that's why I'm a part of it. I'm not going to Guardian Con just due to other commitments, but if I didn't have them, I'd be there. I mean, that's why I'm a part of this community, because I love how positive the community for Destiny is. It's not toxic, and it's genuinely about people trying to help other people. That's why I'm so big into it. That's why I love it so much. And Reggie's saying everywhere we were at E3, GTR was there. Very impressed. And and thank you for that. But that's the crazy thing. We're just 3 people. And it's like, that's the thing that I think some people don't understand. We don't go to E3. I mean, obviously we have fun because we love to see all the people and hang out, but when we're on the show floor, it's about work, get to the next appointment, get the interview, that's our mentality. We pass on so many after-hour events because we're working after hours too. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, we still have our fun. Don't get me wrong. But being only 3 people, we can't afford or have the luxury to just sit around and hang out and laugh and joke with people all the time. It's all about grinding, and it's just the way it has to be. And hopefully, as we expand, like I said in the video and all that, I mean, you know, there's talk of maybe getting like a dedicated cameraman for E3 events, stuff like that. But that's down the road. We'll see. We will see. They say, dude should have a segment called Morning Coffee with Paris. Nah, getting some good vibes. Hey, no, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm sure if my wife wakes up right now and she go, what the hell is he in there doing talking about? Why is he in front of the camera? But no, I appreciate that. That's good. Hey, and what's going on, Jake James? I interviewed Jake James. He's a good friend at that Destiny 2 reveal. If you go on Gamertag Radio and some of my content from that, he's a good dude. Has his own YouTube channel, which is fantastic. Does quality work, and when he's working for Kind of Funny one day with Greg and all those guys, just remember his little people. Okay, just remember the little people. And what's going on, Rasta Killer? That's my man. That is my Alfred. You are always in the shadows giving me great advice. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through the rest of these questions here. Answered a lot of stuff already. And then Alpha is saying, I guess going back to the Xbox One X talks, he's going to get a 4K TV the same day. And absolutely. And that's kind of what I'm saying. If you're going to do it big, right? Go get the 4K TV. Go all out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you can afford $500 and you can afford potentially another $1,000 to $1,500 to get a 4K television, do it, because visually it's going to be stunning and it's going to be worth the investment. My only thing on that was I know most people aren't going to do that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But for the people, the hardcore people that are down to do it, go out and do it. Like, again, Danny's not going to do that. He's going to get an Xbox One X, but he's not getting a 4K TV right away. So the question I ask him all the time is, why are you doing it? What's the point? You know, unless you're going to fully invest in it, what's the point of getting an Xbox One X without a 4K TV? And don't tell me 1080p super sampling, because most people don't know what the hell that is. So that's just me. Okay, still going through questions here. Let's see. Whoa. Oh, went too far up. Sorry. I know this is awkward on live TV. Most people won't believe me, but when Hip Hop and I went to see Spider-Man, yeah. And then, and I saw you guys behind closed door at Activision too. So, I mean, you were right there firsthand. You saw it. You see what the grind's all about. You know how it works. Which, by the way, PlayStation won't give us the time of freaking day for behind closed door stuff. So maybe one day. I'm glad you got to check that stuff out. Yeah, you're asking me, you say you're in Southern Cali and what the best internet provider. Yeah, I'm on Fios. I'm on Fios as well. I mean, for the price and speeds that I get, I can't complain too much. You say you see me as a realist and not salty. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, I'm not just grumpy to be grumpy. It's just I see things for what they are and I just give my opinion, and they're not always going to be positive. That's the only thing. Whoa, a lot of questions. Well, I did not expect it. I cannot even keep up with this. There's so many questions. I need a moderator or something. To me, President Joe Don. Sorry. Okay, and Bernard, this is a good one. Will you ever do a setup tour or at least a video on my PC? I guess you're asking a video about the specs of my PC. I mean, I could do that. Look, I don't think I'm good enough that you want to see you don't want to see this hot mess that is in my office right now, which you can't see behind you is just chaos. But yeah, I'll do something one day for sure. Matter of fact, Unknown Player, he's a big YouTuber in the Destiny community. I got to meet him at E3 at an event. Really good dude. He did a tour of his apartment showing his setup, and I mean, you talk about jealous. I was super jealous seeing what that dude has going on, but I don't know if I'll ever be to that level, but yeah, I'll probably do something. I mean, and I've talked about specs of my PC in the past, but yeah, I'll probably do something, and I'm talking too much about it, but I'll do something. Wait, yes, I attended an event that I can't talk about, but what says spot on about the gaming industry and where do you get a chance to go? Yeah, I know the event you're talking about, Reggie, because pretty sure I was there. So, yeah, you're right. Let's see. And Paul's saying, I'm torn. I could get a budget 4K TV or a new monitor. 4K HD monitors are more expensive. Damn latency. Yeah, I'm actually in the same boat right now. I don't know if I want to just splurge on an OLED 4K TV and just have it out there in the family room, or do I want to basically take that same amount of money and just reinvest it into my equipment here, as far as just getting like a 4K, like a 32 inch, like LG has that has a 4K 32 inch HDR monitor that's about to come out. It's like $1,000, but it's also locked at 60. So I don't know. I'm basically on the fence of I probably need to wait until 2018 and have another CES happen and see what the tech's going to look like in 2018 versus getting into stuff right now, because again, price, and then I also think, you know, it's just the tech's going to get a little better. So I'm going to wait. Oh, and then the Julian thing. Well, the Sony thing I'm talking about is more of a joke more than anything. We honestly, I'll just give you full disclosure. We've reached out to PlayStation because we try to book everything before E3. We reach out to everyone, or they reach out to us. We get everything scheduled. We reach out to PlayStation. They said they'll see what they can do, and then they never get back to us. And this happens every year. So we're just of the mentality, if you don't have time for us, then we don't have time for you, because we're already busy. We're only 3 people, and we just keep it moving. The bottom line, I'm sure if I go to the booth on the show floor, we can get in and see a lot of that stuff. But we don't have the time, man. We just don't. So, like I said, we keep it moving, because I talked about this during the podcast, but I'll say it here again. A lot of the content that we get it before E3, or we get it after our events, just because it's so hectic on the show floor, especially with all the 15,000 people that add it for the public. So unless we got it pre-scheduled, keep going. We were more than busy as it was. So, you know, hey, PlayStation doesn't want us covering their stuff and doing videos on here or doing interviews on the podcast or whatever, then hey, so be it. Whatever. It is what it is. Again, it's a business. It's not personal, it's business. And they have their preference of influencers that they want to see their stuff, and we're obviously not one of them. And maybe one day we will be. We'll see. Again, I know it's not personal, so I don't sweat it. And Mickey, yeah, remember when? I don't know. Go ask Jay. Let's see. Marcus saying, I want to send a question to GTR, we can't find a link. Can you point me in the right direction? If you want to send us a question, it's pretty simple. fanmail@gamertagradio.com. That would be the easiest way. fanmail@gamertagradio.com. Sends an email to us, and then we can answer it on the show. Or you can join our Discord channel, and we have a channel in there for fan mail as well. People leave us questions. Yeah. Oh, and then Julian's saying, yeah, you just walked up. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure if you just walked up, you can get in. I mean, if something's truly important enough and we want to get access to it, we can get access to it. It's just, we like to get that stuff just done ahead of time so we don't have to worry about it. And now David is asking me, I know you have the Maverick Pro, but any interest in the Spark? Seems like yeah, probably gonna get a Spark actually, because it'd be nice for my son and I to be able to fly at the same time. And I look at the price of it; it's reasonable. So I think I'm gonna get a Spark at some point. I'm not gonna say right away, because I want to be able to just walk into a Best Buy or something and just pick it up. But yeah, we'll eventually get a Spark. I like it. And I'm gonna get those VR goggles as well, because that looks amazing. And then Reggie's saying Sony PR needs to change. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, again, like I was saying earlier with PR, they have a very thankless job. So it is not personal at all when it comes to PR stuff. I mean, it's really about just getting on their radar and getting them to understand what we can provide them, because it's a give and take thing. They need to know that I'm not media. I call myself an influencer. So as an influencer, that I can help them spread the word of PlayStation, right? But then at the same time, I want that content because I want to deliver to the audience. So it's a give and take. What can I do for you? What can you do for me? Kind of thing. And When we get in front of the right person or get them to understand that, then we'll probably get more PlayStation access. And then look, and to be clear, PlayStation, like PlayStation Experience and all that, they've sent us credentials. We've been able to go. Like I was supposed to go last year, something happened last minute and I didn't go. They've sent us review copies of stuff. I'm just talking strictly E3. Like again, like the E3 media briefing, we didn't even ask and they invited us to it. So it's, again, it's not personal, man. It's not. It's just, we're 3 people at E3. We can only chase down things for so long until when we have to say, all right, that's it. I tried my best. They're not responding. Keep moving. That's all. And Cicero should not be running up the hill. Not today. I'm going to take a break today, man. No hill running for me. Hell, I might go get some donuts in a minute. This is how I'm feeling because I've been gym 5 straight days. I need a break. And yes, Cicero, I did lose a bet to you. Trying to tell me I lost a bet to Stubby Stan. It's you. And do I plan on armoring terms of said bet? Okay, I'm glad you're bringing this up because I'm going to address it live on here. So me and Cicero Holmes from the amazing and fantastic podcast Spawn on Me, which with Khalif Adams and Sharif Jackson, I suggest you listen to it. It is one of the best podcasts on the internet, period, point blank. I love the discussions that they have about the diversity, the gaming industry, just everything is amazing. Amazing guests, all that. All right, plug it out of the way because you know I love you guys. You're my brothers. So Cicero and I had a bet that he was convinced that it was going to be called Xbox One X Infinite, Project Scorpio I'm talking about. And I was like, there is no way in hell they're going to call it that. They're going to get as far away from the Xbox One name as possible. It's going to be called Xbox blankety blank. So we had a dinner bet for E3. Cicero unfortunately couldn't make it to E3. So I even admitted before E3 it's going to be called Xbox One something because they wanted to still live in the family. They don't want to confuse consumers. So I admitted that it would be called Xbox One something. But I said there's no way in hell it's going to be called Infinite. I thought it would be called like Elite or something else, and obviously it's Xbox One X. So here's what I say. I say you won a partial bet. You won half of the bet. You didn't win it 100%. I say we split, personally. That's what I think. I say this. I just say we just go to dinner and chop it up, and I'll pick up the tip. But you pay for your own goddamn meal. How about that? That's what I say. So you tell me what you think. And yes, Rasta Killer, please go check out Spawn on Me. You especially would love Spawn on Me. Trust me when I say that. Trust me when I say that. You would love it. But again, I'm going to just be real because as you can see on the camera, I am a person of color. So if you are a person of color, go listen to Spawn on Me. You will love the topics that they talk about. 100% trust me on that. And even if you're not a person of color, if you're a white person, go listen to Spawn on Me because you might get some insights to some stuff that you didn't realize. That's just being real talk. So, all right, let's keep going through this. I can't believe I've been on here over an hour, but let's keep it going. Okay, Ray is asking me what are my thoughts on Days Gone. It's very apparent that the direction of Days Gone has changed in the past year. It definitely has more of a Last of Us feel to it, which kind of a Last of Us / open world feel. I'm okay with that. I really liked what I saw at E3. I definitely want to play Days Gone. I'll put it that way. I mean, graphically and everything that I saw, it looked great to me. So I want to see more. And I guess Sony said that it's supposed to come out no later than the first half of 2018, I believe. So if that's the case, even better, man. Which I will say, side note, the exclusive content that Sony has coming within the next 18 months is very impressive. Very. And I'm excited to basically play all of it except Detroit. Detroit's probably the only clunker in the lot of games that they have. All right. Whoops. All right. So many questions in here, man. What was your okay, David's asking me what was my game of the show. Can't remember. Yeah, my game of the show was Mario plus Rabbids. Because I just love the fact that they took Mario, they took Rabbids, they put it together, and it freaking works. And it's XCOM, the gameplay, so I can't complain. I absolutely love that game. I thought it was fantastic. Yep, Zach. Again, like I said, you're not of color and you love their podcast because again, Spawn on Me is just one of the best. They're best in the business. They really are. I love and envy those guys at the same time for all the topics that they have. And Ross is at Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the best games of 2017. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic, fantastic game. Zelda's probably gonna win a game of the year if I had to guess. But Horizon Zero Dawn is absolutely in the top 5 best games. If you like Far Cry, then you will love Horizon Zero Dawn, not to mention to add in the story and the world that they've created, that Guerrilla created with it. It's fantastic. And that DLC is coming out this year too, which I'll definitely be looking to pick up. Yeah, and Alpha saying, yeah, same. I liked Detroit last year, but what Detroit has become this year, just that's, you know, the dude from Grey's Anatomy, I'm not into it. Yeah, and David, going back to Mario plus Rabbids with the dev that was crying, if you listen to the interview that Danny did for the game, you'll hear me come in at the back end. He's talking to him, and I actually interrupt the interview, and I give it praise, and I just thank him so much for the work that he did on the game, because like I literally just finished playing it. I came out the room, I saw Danny talking to him, and then I walked right over and gave my thoughts on it. And the battery on my phone is gonna die. That's how long I've been on here talking. So let's go through a few more questions here and then I'll go ahead and get out. Yeah, Ray, I saw something about Atari getting back in the hardware business. I don't have the full specs on it. Yeah, David, definitely go back and check out that episode. And then Reggie saying Persona 5. Haven't played Persona 5. I know Reggie, our good friend Tony Rodamith, he loves Persona 5. He talks about it on social media all the time. Let's see, a couple more questions here before my battery dies. I'll give it a minute here, see what you guys say. But while I'm waiting on that, again, thank you guys for hanging out with me for 66 minutes. Oh my God, can't believe I've been on here this long. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I definitely need to do more. Maybe I'll make the Sunday morning coffee talk a regular thing. That might be a good thing, because what happens is we usually record Gamertag Radio like at 6:30 a.m. my time, so I could easily see me going from that and transitioning right in basically like a live video recap show. I might do something like that, you know what I mean, and hop on for like 30 minutes or so and chop it up with you guys, and like I said, make it a regular thing. So let's see, Reggie. Yeah, Reggie's just, again, Mario Rabbids, it's damn near worth owning the Switch for alone, in my opinion. But it's coming out in August. I'll definitely be reviewing it and talking about that game for sure. But going back to what I was saying, just thank you guys for supporting this channel, man. You know, like I said, I want to grow it out. Help me spread the word, man. Just tell people about this channel. Check it out. You know, if you like the content that I put out, give me a thumbs up. I see I'm getting some thumbs up for this this video. But if you're loving it, subscribe. I feel like if I could get to 1,000 subs, that would be such an accomplishment for me personally. That I could have 1,000 people that actually want to subscribe to this channel. Like I said, last time I checked, I was around 650. I'll have to see where I'm at when I sign off of here. But definitely help spread the word about the channel. Keep leaving me feedback, be it here in the comment section or hit me up on Twitter at Vicious696. Tweet at me, let me know what you guys think. I'll continue to try and put out content. And like I said, when that Destiny beta comes out, I definitely look for a lot of stuff. I'm going to do a gameplay capture and a stream of my first playthrough with my son, and just all the hilarious comments that I'm sure will come out of that as my son and I jump to the game. He's so excited. He's so jealous. He just really wishes he could have gone to that event with me, and then obviously the E3. And you know, Deej and I have already, Deej has already promised me that he wants to come back on Gamertag Radio after the beta, so look for that. I'm going to try and get David Shaw on again to talk about the PC version when that beta gets ready to come out, and whatever else happens. I mean, you know, knock on wood, maybe if they have a capture event or something, maybe I can go to that too. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll see. But loving it, loving this channel, loving the future of what I can do just with content creation and doing reviews and all that stuff, and even doing this live video stuff like I'm doing now. So let me see what last questions I have here, and then I will get out of here. And Alpha Alpha. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's saying let everyone know at the end of the podcast, and I'll get to 1,000. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not trying to be too spammy with it. I mean, I'm proud of the work and the stuff that I'm doing right now because it's very exciting to me. But I don't want to beat everyone over the head with it as well. You know, I don't want to spam my Twitter timeline with just, hey, look at my video, look at my video, look at my video, and I don't want to spam people on GTR with, hey, go subs, go sub, go sub. I don't want to do that either. So I got to figure out that fine line of how to do it. So he's saying spam it. Nah, definitely not going to do that. But let me go and wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So again, thank you all for checking this out. Oh, and here comes Cicero as I'm about to say goodbye. All right, here we go. This is the last one and I'm done. So Cicero's asking me about PUBG, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. And he's saying, now that you've played it good, get for, is it a good get for Xbox? Yes, yes. And we kind of, because Pete interviewed the creative director, and he kind of let it slip in the interview that he was going to Seattle the week before E3. And we kind of put two and two together, like, they're going to be at that Xbox media briefing, and they were. So absolutely, that was a good get for them. I'll be curious to see how it translates over to a controller. But yeah, that was a huge win for them. And if there's some kind of cross-play they can do between Xbox and PC players, that'll be interesting to see. I doubt they do it because of the whole keyboard mouse factor. But having now played PUBG, which I got a video up of my very first playthrough, I'm hooked on it. I definitely see the appeal of it. This franchise is going to be huge for them, and I'm loving it. And Rasta Killer is sending me a DM. I'll read it when I'm done here. So what else can we get? Yeah, so like David said, he can't wait for the Xbox version. Yeah, I mean, console players need to experience this, and that potentially could be something that gets someone that currently does not own an Xbox and is not interested in a PC to go pick up an Xbox. And it doesn't even need to be Xbox One X. You go pick up, it's too many Xboxes. It doesn't need to be the Xbox One X. You can go pick up an Xbox One S and experience it on that. And hell, you can go get that thing if you're a smart shopper right now. So Fat Kid Deals had an Xbox One X with Minecraft for $199. XS, the S for $199. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. So, all right. And yeah, David's saying he heard that interview with Pete, which was a great interview. Go back to Gamertag Radio and check it out. And I believe, go check it out on Gamertag Radio. All right, this is the final question. I'm out of here. I've been on here way too long. Mark is saying, will we ever see Mario on PlayStation? They're missing out on the gold medal. No, because again, this is a hit now. So Nintendo is not going to put their franchises on an Xbox or a PlayStation because, again, even with Mario Rabbids, the only place you can play it is on this. And the fact that Nintendo is still able to make innovative hardware, they're not going to license out their IPs to other platforms. They're just not. Yeah, definitely wishful thinking. So, okay, I'm done here. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. I almost think I'm starting to lose my voice. I've been talking so long. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Again, thank you guys for checking this out. Really appreciate it. I'm starting to think now I should make this a regular Sunday morning thing. So, follow me on Twitter. I'll definitely be updating the status of this on that. And until then, peace out. I'm out of here.